Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our very lovely listeners. This is your very energetic host, Tracy Marie.
And this is your shy, mysterious host, Jerry.
And this is your motherly and caring host, Treza May. And welcome to our very first episode of Literature Talk with Emerson.
So, how are you doing, guys,
Pretty
today?
good. How about you guys? It's good.
So, what are we going to talk about today, guys?
So, our very first episode, we will be talking about one of the sonnet of Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
So, what sonnet is all about?
She has a lot of sonnets.
Exactly. But today, we will be talking and analyzing each line of the sonnet 14. But before that, let us read the sonnet first.
So the sonnet goes, If thou must love me, let it be for naught. Except for love's sakes only, do not say, I love her for her smile, her look, her way, of speaking gently for a trick of thought, that falls and well with mine, in certes brought.
A sense of pleasant is on such a day. For these things in themselves, beloved, may be changed, or changed for they, and love, surat, may be unwrought so, neither love me for.
Thine own dear pities wiping my cheek dry. A creature might forget to weep, who brought thy comfort long, and lose thy love thereby. But love me for love's sake, that evermore thou mightst love on through love's eternity.
So that was the sonnet. It kinda sounds sad, but let's find out if it is sad.
Let us start now. Don't change your channel, because I promise you it will be worthwhile.
So there are 13 lines in the sonnet.
And we will be analyzing each line.
Now, let us begin, shall we? We have the first line, which is, If thou must love me, let it be for naught. What does this actually mean? The speaker sets a condition for love, implying that it shouldn't be based on external reasons.
So the second line of the sonnet is, except for love's sakes only, do not say. So this means love should be the sole reason for love. Without external motivations, you should love someone wholeheartedly, with all their flaws.
And the third line is, I love her for her smile, her look, and her way. Which mean, when look into it, basically means that speaker warns against loving someone for external qualities. She should be loved also from her personalities and inner qualities and accept all flaws.
The fourth line of the sonnet is of speaking gently for a trick of thought, which means of speaking gently for a trick of thought, the speaker reflects on the general way of speaking. Trick of thought suggests a subtle, perhaps unconscious aspect of thinking.
So the fifth line goes, that falls in well with mine in certis brought, which means that speakers' thoughts resonate with someone else, like the beloved. Certis is an archaic word of for, certainly, or indeed.
Well, that was a lot. Let's take a break first and we'll find out more about Elizabeth Margaret Browning. Welcome to today's episode of Fun Facts with Jerry.
Okay. So we have 3 facts about our chosen author for today. So she was Elizabeth Barrett Browning. She was the first woman to be nominated for Poet Laureate and won 159 years. So before a woman was actually appointed. For most of her adult life, she lived with life-threatening respiratory disease. As a result, she spent years at a time living in a lockdown. World famous in her lifetime, she wrote Aurora Leigh, the first woman's constel roman, or portrait of how an artist develops.
Oh wow, that's amazing! Glad we chose her sonnet as our topic of our very first episode. Thank you for that, Jarek. Now let's continue. We are going to look at line 6, which is, a sense of pleasant ease on such a day. A scent of pleasant ease on such a day, for these things in themselves beloved may. The gentle speech and shared thoughts bring a sense of comfort and relaxations. The phrase on such a day implies a specific, perhaps idyllic context. The speakers addresses the beloved directly. The phrase in themselves suggests that the gentle speech and shared thoughts have internal value.
The seventh line goes like this: For these things in themselves, beloved me. The speaker says that if love is based on things that can change like physical appearance or actions done for of the other person, then that kind of love can also change or fade. For example, if someone loves you because you're always kind, but one day you're not, their love might disappear. Their love, so love built on changeable things is unstable. The idea is love built on unchangeable reasons is risky.
So the eighth line is, maybe unwrought so, neither love me for. So if love was created or wrought from temporary or shallow reasons, it can just as easily be undone or unwrought. If someone loves you only for your looks, that love might disappear when you get older. And the key idea for that is that love that's easily made can be easily broken.
The ninth line goes like this: Thine own dear pities wiping my cheeks dry. Don't love me just because you feel sorry for me, or because you comfort me when I'm sad. Like for example, if someone falls in love with you just because they help you through the tough time, that love might not last once you're okay again. Don't confuse pity or sympathy with the real love.
Wow, that sonnet really is kind of sad, but we have to take a short break again because I have a few more facts about our author. So here we go. The fourth fact about her is for her poetry at 18. The reunification of Italy, she was seen as a heroine of the Italian struggle and given a public funeral in Florence. She also wrote verse excoriating child labor, slavery, and forced prostitution. She married Robert Browning secretly at 40, and she believed herself to be a BAME. Through Robert called her "my little Portuguese."
Wow, what an amazing woman! We are almost done with the sonnet, and oh, how time flows by. We are already on our 10th line, which is a creature might forget to weep who bore. This means that someone's kind pity makes my words disappear, like a mother bear drying her cheeks. Someone who has felt sadness might even forget how to cry.
Now, let's proceed to the 11th line. We're almost done. The line is, They comfort long and lost their love thereby. The speaker is saying that someone only stay in love because it's comfortable or feels good, then they might end up losing the love altogether. It's like saying, don't love me just because I make you feel happy. Because those things can change. Comfort alone isn't strong enough to keep love going.
Yeah. So let's proceed down to the 12th line, which is, but love me for love's sakes, that evermore. And this line is really sweet. The speaker is asking to be loved just for the sake of love itself. They're saying, don't love me for any outside reason. Just love me because you truly love me. It's about wanting a love that doesn't depend on looks, status, or feelings that come and go.
And finally, into our last line, thou mightst love on through love's eternity. Here, the speaker explained why loving for love's sake is so important. They believe that if love is real and pure, then it can last forever. It won't fade over time. This line feels really hopeful, like the kind of love that can stand the test of time. Wow.
We did it. We actually did it. We managed to
Yeah.
analyze Sonnet 14 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, line by line, and because of that, I'm going to share 3 final facts that I know
Okay,
about the author.
another.
Go ahead.
So, her son Pen, who grew up to be an artist, was born when she was 43. She loved ice cream, coffee, and Chianti. For a few years, she dabbled in spiritualism, even though she felt it was wrong. She kept it hidden from her son. And lastly, she only lived at Wimpole Street for a little over 5 years. She actually lived longest at Hope End, near Ledbury, in Herefordshire. Her home for 22 years until she was 26, and Casa Guidi in Florence. Her base on and off for the last 14 years of her life.
So that's it. We're done.
Oh, how time flies by.
Oh, but at least we will spend time, right? Once again, this is your shy and mysterious host, Jerry.
And this is your motherly and caring host, Treza May.
And this is your very energetic host, signing off for today. See you next time. Bye!